I'm John Paul Robinson. I'm the artist, and this is my solo show at the Canadian Plate and Glass Gallery. My work has taken a lot of different forms over the years, but it's really just been about one thing, and that's what I call the mythic potential of science. And the idea is that myth is based on our understanding of the world, and that understanding today is scientific. And so, as scientists, cosmologists, and physicists, and biologists, and evolutionary biologists explain the world to us and how we got here, that information is going to create a new model of mythology for us. Our mythology is going to have to change, because the way the culture accesses that information is through stories and poetry and sculpture and art, ritual, which is just performance art, because we can't understand the mathematics. Simplicity is important to me. I spend most of my time stripping things away and trying to get down to like that, what I call the nut of the matter. You know, it's like getting down to that simplest visual sort of symbol that will still have enough information in it to try and convey the thought, you know, convey the idea. This is a galaxy, okay, and you are here, right? And the reality of a galaxy is that we're flying at hundreds of thousands of kilometers per hour through space. And from the time we started this interview to the time we finished this interview, we're going to be thousands of kilometers away from where we actually started the interview. We are flying. So that's why I built the galaxy out of feathers, because we don't intuitively sense the idea that we're flying through space at this incredible speed, but everybody understands a feather, right? So it's trying to take that thing that we all experience in our everyday world and use it to explain this counterintuitive reality that science is describing. This is called probability, and it kind of operates on two levels. Physics describes particles as both wave and particle, and how you see that depends on how you look at it. So it's called wave-particle duality. And the black dots you see on the top of the piece, those are the particles, and the waves are underneath. And it sort of references an iconic experiment that was done at the beginning of the century, or last century, where they discovered that light, photons, act like their particles and act like their waves. It was called the double slit experiment. Nature tends to be beautiful, and if you ask a physicist about an equation, he will describe it as beautiful. But beauty is this strange thing, because it's not the intent of a feather to be beautiful. It's the intent of a feather to fly, right? But I think there's some kind of connection between that function and the beauty. And it's the same thing as the feather piece. We may not be able to understand the idea that a particle is both a particle and a wave at the same time, but we all know what waves are. Again, I'm taking these common and everyday human experiences and trying to stretch them out so that they explain this counterintuitive reality that science is discovering.